Yes, and one thing the younger women need to understand is that alimony is not guaranteed. We all think, well, if something happens, I'll get alimony. No, you won't. In fact, most women who get divorced don't ever see a dime of alimony.
Today marks exactly 7 more years that I have to pay my ex alimony. Now, I shared this on my social media stories, and so many of you are confused. Huh? What do you mean, Stephanie?
Really not gonna sign a prenup?
No, I'm not signing no prenup. What you got is what I got.
Okay, but I don't understand, why would you not want to sign? Basically, our love is
your
real.
money is my money. Simple as that.
I could never subscribe to the idea of a woman paying a man alimony. It just hurt. Oh God, it just hurt my soul. I just can't. Forget that. Oh, you're gonna be like, oh, but y'all wanted equality. No. We literally live in the society. The equality is still a hoax, right? We live in a society that literally favors men.
Most men that get divorced, they get married again because they need somebody to take care of them. Most women that get divorced stay alone because they're like, I don't need to be somebody's parent. I'm gonna just chill by myself, and it's.
Yes, and one thing the younger women need to understand is that alimony is not guaranteed. We all think, well, if something happens, I'll get alimony. No, you won't. In fact, most women who get divorced don't ever see a dime of alimony. It's not a safety net at all. Most likely, you're going to be dropped on your ass to start all over again. The number of women in my comments who say, I have to start all over again. I have to start all over again. He tripled his income. He climbed the corporate ladder. He has so much money. He's with a secretary now. It's scary. So if you're going to have a baby with a man, make sure you have a nanny, make sure you have a housekeeper, and make sure your income, because it's never your money. Don't get it twisted. He's never going to see it as your money. In the back of his mind, it's his money. So make sure that your money is growing if his money is growing. And if you're really smart, make sure your money grows more than his. Always have an exit strategy. Alimony, it's almost a fairy tale that is not true.
She's basically telling women to build an escape plan before they even build a marriage, and men are watching this. You can't expect a man to ignore the financial risks of marriage when people openly discuss how to protect themselves from him financially.
Men get alimony because it's my personal belief that the laws are neutral. They're gender neutral, but men do not get treated fairly when it comes to alimony in the court system. Judges are biased against them. They are, and I'm sorry to say it, but that's the truth. In the last 40 years, I have had 4 cases that I remember of men getting alimony that I had to twist their arms in order to get alimony for them.
A law can be written as gender neutral and still produce outcomes that don't feel neutral. If men are genuinely being overlooked in these cases, then the system needs to be examined instead of pretending the problem doesn't exist.
Today marks exactly 7 more years that I have to pay my ex alimony. Now, I shared this on my social media stories, and so many of you are confused. Huh? What do you mean, Stephanie? So it's education time. Some people assume this means that I cheated on him, which is not the truth. Your fidelity status has nothing to do with alimony. Essentially, what this means is that I made more than my ex when we split up, but we were legally married for 2 decades. So your girl has to pay. We split up in 2022 and our divorce was final in 2024. So I have to pay him alimony for 9 years, but we've been divorced for 2 years now, so there's 7 years left. Also, where others get confused is when I say that I do not receive any child support from my ex. That's true, but not true at the same time. My child support that is from him is less than what the alimony is.
Alimony isn't automatically a punishment or a reward in this case. She earned more. They were married for decades, and the court ordered support, but men should still be paying attention to these financial obligations before signing up for marriage.
Basically, I pay him alimony from the difference of what the child support is and what the alimony is. There's also been comments that I don't have full custody of my kids, which is not true. At this appointed time, I have 92% custody of my children. I moved to Texas this summer. I'll have 77% custody. I could have fought this in court, and it's why I don't talk about it a whole lot, because at the end of the day, I didn't get an attorney. I could have fought it, and I probably would have won, but at that point in time, I just wanted the marriage to be over. Also, for those who don't know my full story, a lot of you guys are assuming my ex that I'm referring to is black, and there's been some racist comments about the fact that, this is why white girls don't like black guys, because they take them for money. My ex is white.
Just wanted it to be over can become an extremely expensive decision. Men need to stop treating marriage like it's just romance and start understanding the legal side to know what you're signing before you sign it.
It's worth $12 million, but now in one move, she's going to lose half of her money. How this happened was Bella revealed she was secretly married to her boyfriend Tyler for the last 3 years. Which caused many rumors online saying she got married secretly just to get American citizenship. That's because Bella was born in the Philippines and only moved to the United States when she was 13 years old, so citizenship was in question for some people. That complaint is completely false, where she was given citizenship when her parents adopted her and even served in the US military. Her marriage was instead something she just did by her own choice when she was 21, but now it's going to cost her big because she doesn't have a prenup. Bella does live in the state of California, where the policy is a 50-50 divorce on all assets and income that came after they were married. It is not a policy that works for Bella because she got married in 2019 before she was famous, meaning she'll have to give up half her assets in the divorce. This means her husband Tyler, who the public knows very little about, should be able to get $6 million as a divorce as well as something much more valuable. And that said, he could get half of her TikTok and social media if these are determined as business assets. And he'll also likely get alimony, which is something 400,000 Americans receive, but only 3% of them are men. Big lesson is get a prenup, and with that, I'm Charles Perala. I hope you learned.
And this is why the ill deal with it later mentality can be expensive. You can become successful after marriage, and suddenly your business income and assets become part of a legal fight. Men especially need to stop entering marriage blindly and understand the contract first.
I could never subscribe to the idea of a woman paying a man alimony. It just hurt. Oh God, it just hurt my soul. I just can't. Forget that. Oh, you're gonna be like, oh, but y'all wanted equality. No. We literally live in the society. The equality is still a hoax, right? We live in a society that literally favors men. The institution of marriage literally favors men. The institution of marriage is for the benefit of men. Hence why you guys are crying on Twitter every day at the rapid rate at which marriages are declining. Now, with that being said, my issue here is that women have it hard enough. It is not a woman's, like a woman, even if you find yourself in a situation where your wife makes more than you are not entitled to her money. Number one, women have it hard enough in the workforce where women and men, the pay discrepancy, women are not still getting the same equal pay as men, even though women are doing ×2 of the work. Like it doesn't make sense that two people are going their separate ways, especially because of the man's. Like, there are women that are sitting in marriages where their man is disrespecting them, their man is cheating on them, but because they didn't have that man sign a prenup, they are scared that if they file for divorce, that man is going to be entitled to a ridiculous amount.
So apparently equality is acceptable until the woman has to write the check. If a man can be ordered to provide support after divorce, then a woman who is the higher earner can face the same responsibility. You don't get to rewrite equality when the bill comes due.
Trust me, when it comes to money, these men can be shameless. They can be very shameless, and they can get down and dirty and downright disgusting. As a man, you are not. What have you done that you feel that you are entitled to a woman's money? In comparison to women getting paid alimony, in most cases, it's the woman, her career, her education, her body, her everything has had to take the placed on a back burner to further your career. Hence why when women have children, they can barely get back to work. Somebody has to care for the children. Somebody has to nurture the children. So it's justified. It's valid. But as a man, in a society that favors you, you better go work for your money. I don't care who introduced you into a good lifestyle. It's just, no. Place does not favor motherhood. It doesn't favor womanhood. Women are going through workplace harassment with their male bosses, their male colleagues. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's easier for men. So what, like, I don't, even if I'm making more money than you are not entitled to my money. No.
You can't argue that marriage should recognize sacrifice, then suddenly say a man deserves nothing because he's a man if he supported the household, raised children, relocated, or sacrificed his own career. Those sacrifices don't magically disappear because he's male.
You're complaining about the costs while simultaneously arguing that a woman should not get child support in order to raise the children that the former couple had together.
Are you guys equal or not? You want to
Yes, equality means that you're both responsible for raising the children, and that includes the cost of raising the children. So you should have equality, but not at the expense of men. 50-50 custody, no child support, no alimony. That's equality. You don't. Alimony makes sense if the woman was a stay-at-home mother and doesn't have a source of income. How else would she take care of the kids following a divorce?
By getting a job just like the men.
Both parents can work and genuinely split parenting 50-50, then the financial responsibility should reflect that equality shouldn't mean men carrying the bill while also being told the system is equal.
Monthly child support. Kelly Clarkson has her children every day of the month with the exception of one weekend and pays $45,000 in child support per month and over $150,000 in spousal support.
This is why the men always get the better deal argument doesn't hold up by itself. A father can have substantial custody and still owe support. If the income gap is massive, the system can look very different depending on the numbers.
Not gonna sign a prenup.
No, I'm not signing no prenup. What you got is what I got.
Okay, but I don't understand why would you not want to sign? Basically, our love is
your
real.
money is my money. Simple as that.
Okay, why are we going straight to the money? It don't have me. All I'm doing is my lawyers are telling me that I have to protect myself, and it's not from you, but it's just.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Everything that you bring in the house, it's mine too.
Nah, because I mean, what did you come with? What did you come with that you deserve to think you just gonna like this is for our own protection.
It's crazy how in this whole video the conversation only revolves around money. That probably doesn't indicate that it's gonna be a great marriage. And she's not even talking about her money is his money. She's strictly saying that his money is her money.
I don't care what you say. It's my money too. Simple as that.
But see, the lawyer said that's what you was gonna do though. They were saying you was not.
No, he didn't.
So what's the point of you not signing the prenup?
The money that you bring home is mine too. Simple as that. End the conversation.
That's crazy. So I guess ain't gonna be no wedding.
Whatever. It's gonna be a wedding.
That's crazy as hell.
I think he's pretty right about that. That is crazy. Obviously, by her not signing the prenup, it shows how materialistic she is and how much she cares about his money in this relationship.
Whenever I talk about becoming homeless after my divorce, people always ask me, did you get alimony? First of all, let me just lead by saying I think that alimony should be illegal because it enables women to get into situations like being a stay-at-home mom, giving up careers, giving up education, and then ending up on the other side like me, being homeless because we thought we were going to get alimony. Get rid of it completely and women will prepare themselves for their futures. Trust me, I hear tens of thousands of stories on my TikTok here from other women who've been through the same circumstance. But let me show you the math on my divorce. We're going to start in the middle here because originally when Jake and I separated, the court ordered him to pay me $3,600 a month in alimony and child support because he had a massive six-figure income and I was a stay-at-home mom with zero income. But by the time our divorce finalized, he had purposely had himself fired from his job so that he had no job whatsoever. So at the time of our divorce, he was ordered to pay me $1,640 a month in alimony plus some child support. So that alimony or spousal maintenance would have been $19,680 a year. The month after our divorce, Jake paid $1,640. The next month, he just decided he wasn't going to pay alimony anymore. The court ordered Jake to pay me alimony for 6 years because I had been a stay.
It's never build your entire future around somebody else's paycheck or a court promising you'll receive it. Marriage can end, jobs disappear, and people change. Your financial independence has to survive all of that.
I didn't have a college education. I didn't have any career history. So 6 years at $1,640 a month would have been $118,000, a little bit of change. What Jake actually paid in that 6 year time span was $1,600. I've done other videos on how that when Jake heard that I was dying of COVID, he took me back to court to eliminate all alimony going forward and try to take my kids from me because I was so sick and I was dying. I just wanted him out of my life. I didn't want to deal with him. I literally thought that I was dying. So I signed a paper to relieve all past arrears and get rid of alimony going forward. The only thing I didn't sign was to give up my kids just in case I didn't die. I'm still here. So I missed out on $116,440. I shouldn't have been homeless. I shouldn't have been eating out of food pantries. I shouldn't have to still to this day tell my kids, you can't buy a second loaf of bread. You can't buy an extra pair of shoes. We can't drive somewhere because mom can't put gas in the car. Ladies, a man is not a plan. It never has been. Live like there.
A man is not a financial plan. Men should understand the same thing. Don't build your entire future around a spouse, a court order, or somebody else's income. Build something that remains yours regardless of what happens.
Digging graves and ditches. You should be embalming dead bodies. You should be anything that the men are doing that's dirty, dangerous, and difficult that makes this country run. Equality is when 50% of those jobs are held by women. Until then, shut the fuck up with your women's equality bullshit. Shut the fuck up with your feminism until 50% of these jobs are held by women. Then I'll take you bitches seriously when you say that you want women's equality. Until then, what
you mean is you want privilege. You want all the nice stuff. You want the nice jobs. You want the power. You want the money. But you don't want the
Society doesn't run on office jobs alone. Men are disproportionately doing the dangerous work that keeps everything moving. So if equality means equal participation, then let's talk about equal responsibility, not just equal access to the rewards.
You want me to take the trash.
Yes.
Put it in the trash can.
Yes.
Once I put it in the trash can, you want me to do what?
Can you take the trash bin and roll it to the front because it's trash day tomorrow?
Do I live here?
No, but you're a man, and so when men come over, I expect them to do the manly things, and that's the smallest manly thing that you could do, is take the trash and put it in the trash bin and wheel it to the front of the house because it's trash days.
So apparently he's a man when there's a trash bin to move, but suddenly traditional roles are outdated when men ask for traditional responsibilities. That's not equality, that's picking the parts off gender roles that benefit you and calling the rest oppression.
Nowadays, men aren't as manly as they used to be.
That's because of females. That's because of feminism. That is because of feminism.
What did we do to make them not be a man
We decided
anymore?
to focus on ourselves instead of focusing on our relationship.
Women have always now they been can't. Doing they have to call.
Yeah, now
to
they
fix
don't
the
have
toilet
responsibility. Yeah, because now they don't feel like they have responsibility in their house. They don't feel like they should be taking care of you because you slept around, because you post your body on the internet. They don't feel like they should be taking care of you.
That's why they can't change a light bulb and they got to call
100%. They don't have responsibility.
I can do that, but they can't. That's ridiculous.
Usually people with insecurities go, women don't cook,
you didn't call them
women
back.
don't clean, women aren't submissive, women aren't chaste, virgin.
You can't tell a man to be traditional while telling women they owe nothing traditional in return. If the old relationship model is dead, fine, but then stop demanding the benefits of that model from men warrant getting the same deal anyway. That's enough for today. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, and stay tuned for the next.